Another episode with your campfire chef. I am back out at the pond for an evening fish. I'm actually just come out to do a little bit of catfishing, but while it's still a little daylight, I thought to throw the spinning jig and caught me my first little fish of the evening. Nice little 1.5 pound largemouth bass. And let me release him real quick. And I caught him on course, same old spinning rig with that little soft plastic on it. So I'm going to do a couple more casts, see what I might be able to catch. A couple more casts, see what I might be able to catch for bass, and then I'm about to switch over and start doing some catfish and see what I can do out, or see what the bite is like out here for catfish. So hopefully I'll have a couple check-ins with you this evening with a couple cats. So talk to y'all later. Bye. Bass number 2. See him moving. Oops, as long as I don't drop my phone in the water. Seen him moving right over there. I've seen the water top of the water moving, so I kind of pitched it over there. And what do you know? It was first cast I pitched it there, and he nailed it. So yeah, that spinner out here is just, it's about the best jig you can throw out here on this pond right now. But yep, I'll give you all another update here in a little bit. I'm probably going to cast in for some catfish here in about an hour, so I'm going to try to do a little bit of bass fishing until there's another spot I need to try to pitch it out to. I'm going to try a little bit of catfish fishing here in a little bit, see what the bite's like out here for that. So another update, fish number 2. Laters. Fish number 3. Down here, well, it's kind of hard to see. I'm down close to the woods now. Down here on this little corner. That's where I first started catching bass, was back over here. Which it's real nice. This pond's real nice and smooth, so I can see them as they're coming up for it, and it's cool to watch it. So I don't know, I wish I can get some video of me recording, but most of the time it's just pictures of the sky, which it's pretty sunset today. But I'm gonna cast out for probably another 15 minutes, half hour, with going for a couple more bass, and then I'm gonna start going for some cats. Till then, see you later all. Welcome back. This is your campfire chef. I am back out at the pond. I did a little bit of bass fishing earlier, which I got a couple videos of the 3 of the 4 bass that I did catch. Of course, I was just running my normal spinner like normal right there, right at dusk. Man, it did real well. Had another guy come out. He's over there bass fishing there for the evening. Yep, looked like he might have missed him. Yep, just out here. Got my, I'm zooming too far in. I got my line out there in the water for some catfish. No real bites yet. I'm just using nightcrawlers on about ½ ounce worth of weight on the end of it, just so it sinks real nice and well. But look at that sunset. Ain't that pretty? But, and you know, good old-fashioned catfishing, most of the time it's not just coming out and cracking a cold one, but down here at the pond, I might move down to the far corner a little bit here in a little bit. I'm trying to give him time to fish around the pond a little bit. So while he's doing that, I'm going to sit here, crack me a cold one, and enjoy my fishing. I catch, or if I start getting bites, I might try to flip my phone on and try to record a little bit before it gets too dark. So catch y'all later. Record on the next update. Bye. Welcome back. This is your campfire chef. As you see, we are not out by the campfire tonight. That I got done catfishing a little bit ago and ended up not getting no cats, probably to do that I didn't have the right bait, but I was just using night crawlers just to, you know, pitch it out there. Never know. Little tip, if you ever go catfishing and you want to do or have a little bit better success rate than me, try chicken liver. And if that don't work, take your chicken liver and dip it in Kool-Aid, like black cherry Kool-Aid. I had a guy in Alabama tell me this when I lived down there for a little bit, and he said that it attracts cats from all over the place. So I believed him. He had a whole cooler full of them. But to get into what I'm doing here today, so I'm probably going to take a couple videos. I don't have real long that I'll be able to record just because my battery life on my phone ain't the greatest right now. But I am going to be cooking some tilapia. And this is one of my favorite dishes. It's real simple to make. If kids like fish, try it. So I got 3 fillets of tilapia. I'm going to do a couple slices of onion, half a tomato, Old Bay black seasoning, a touch of cumin, a smidge of Creole, which it sounds like a lot, but it's really not once you mix it all together. I'm going to do a very small pinch of sage, and I'm going to top it off with a little bit of lemon thyme. Of course, a little bit of minced garlic. So, to get this started, I got some butter in my pan, starting to melt down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple slices of my onion, just like y'all. I'm going to dice them up. And it don't have to be a whole lot, it's just get it diced up, kind of smaller pieces. That's how I like my onion. Or when I cook with it, I kind of like it diced up a little bit. Some of my dishes, like steak dishes and stuff like that, I'll kind of leave the pieces a little bit longer, but it's just all personal preference. So I'm going to throw them in my butter. Wish I didn't get my water going for my noodles. So what this is you can either do this dish one of two ways. I'm cooking it in the skillet this time around just because I don't feel like waiting for the oven, preheating and all that stuff, but you can bake it in the oven in a casserole dish or whatever, and it comes out absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Or you could do it in a skillet, turn on a low heat, and just kind of let the fish slow cook. But I'll show you how I put everything together. Just use your knife, get a nice little thing of garlic, throw that in there, just like that. That's about all you need there. I'm going to let my onion and that garlic saute a little bit. Saute, cook down, whatever you want to call it. While I'm doing it, well, you really ain't got nothing else to do till then. But I mean, if you don't know anything about tilapia, tilapia is a totally boneless fish. It's a good fish to eat. It's kind of light on the fishy flavor. But so we let that go for a few minutes. I'm up to 3 minutes now. I'm going to try to keep this video relatively short, so it shouldn't take all that long for my garlic to get going. I'm going to kind of turn the heat up high for a minute. Which even there, you don't have to let your onion go out or sizzle out all that long, as long as it's starting to go and it's nice and hot. Something making noise outside. Oh no, that's my ice machine. So, after that gets going and that starts to cook down, take your fish. You can take a little bit of your Creole, throw a nice little, here, let me switch up over here somewhere. I guess I'm going to have to try to hold it so you can see it. Take your Creole, throw a nice little bit down, and we'll do a smidge of the cumin right off the bat. And that's just for your base flavor. Which you can cook this about any way you want, use any of your own green spices, you know, Italian seasoning, oregano, basil. You can do about whatever green seasoning you want, whatever your taste palette is. Alright, so once you get your fish in there, go like that. Get them in there real nice. I'm going to put you back up right here. You're going to take I just say a wee little pinch, because a little bit of sage goes a long way. A wee little pinch on each fish, or on each fillet. That's probably way more than I need right there. I'm going to take a little bit of my thyme. Give her a nice little sprinkle. So then you turn that down so my fish don't cook too fast. Pull it off the heat for a minute. for a moment. Now I'm going to take my blackened seasoning, and I'm going to give her a nice, you know, I mean, you can spice to taste however you want. You don't have to go absolutely crazy with it. Close that up. You're going to go back with a little bit of your Creole, do a little sprinkle over the top, and then put this back on there. Oop, I put the wrong kind on there. So when you're when you get to that, you want to take your tomato. I wish I might need a little bit more since I got three pieces up there. So we'll put that back down on a low heat. So when you get to here and it's starting to get going well, take you half a tomato or so and give her a good dice. Which I'm not a real big fan of tomatoes. I've said I'm not a real big fan of mushrooms either, but I do cook with them quite a bit. I will eat them. So we got our half tomato diced up. I'm going to take a tomato. I'm going to just kind of sprinkle it right over the top and just let it lay there for a minute. Well, it's actually going to cook there just like that. Which, in the very last garnish that we are going to put on top of this, just because it prepares so well with fish, is a couple pieces of lemon. Go right on top. Which, if you don't have fresh lemon on hand, you can cheat out and use lemon juice. If you ain't got lemon juice, got lime juice, anything like that, dude, it works out just fine. So take a couple pieces, quarter or half it up, and you're just going to lay it over, lay them pieces over your fish like that. And then, where's my lid? Oh, it's over here. Put a lid on it, let it go. So in the meantime, while that's going, get your noodles going, or get your water going for your noodles. Which, I mean, if you cook 3 pieces of chicken, I used a medium saucepan, which I'm going to do probably a cup or 2 worth of noodles in. And I'm not going to eat all of the fish, but I'll have a piece of fish left over for tomorrow. But you can either cook personal size or cook a little extra noodles, and you can feed everybody with it. But yeah, I'll show you what to do. Which, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to go, well, you should probably drain off all the juices and all the fats off your fish and off your chickens and stuff. I cook a lot with butter, and I cook a lot with butter for one main reason. That I like to eat a lot of noodles and rice and stuff like that, so instead of draining some of the fats and the butter and everything off like that, I'll actually use that because it's already seasoned with all my seasonings, and I'll pour that right on my noodles or chicken or whatever at the time, and I will use that for like butter noodles to go with my chicken. It just kind of just gives a little extra flavor, and that's something to do. Let me turn that down before it goes crazy on me. But I'm going to cut this off for a little bit. It's going to take 10, 15, 20 minutes for everything to kind of slow cook. I got my heat on the fish on a medium to low heat. If you got numbers on it, it's about a 4. Every stove's different. Take about 12, 15 minutes or so for my noodles to get done. So when those get done and everything's getting ready to, or when everything's done for me to dish out, I will bring you back in and I will show you what my end product is. So until then, stay hungry. I will be right back. It's been about 10-15 minutes now. My noodles are done. I already got them in a bowl. I'm going to do a little reveal for you so you can see what this looks like. And that's what we got. That just looks absolutely delicious. That which there towards the end, And it might be a little hard to see. I don't know if my camera. Yeah, clean camera. I turned my heat down on it to a real low simmer, just to let it finish off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it off, pull it off the heat, which I should have did that before I started this. So it's a little update. I'm going to leave the top open on it, let it cool down a little bit, and I'm going to let it sit for about another 5 minutes and let it stand. Let it soak up the juices and what residual heat that I have in there will help cook up the fish, which it's already done. Real nice and tender. So as soon as that's done here in a few minutes and after I let it stand, I will come back with you and I will show you what it looks like to be in the dish. See y'all here in a few. Later. In about 5 minutes, I transferred my extra piece of fish over here in a little dish to save it. So what I'm going to do now is this is what we got. And all I'm going to do is take a little bit of lemon, do a little bit of fresh juice right over the top of my fish. Wash my hand, and that is dinner. It's going to be so good. I'm going to do a little taste test, which, I mean, if you look at it, just, I don't know how well you can see it, it just falls right apart. So that's how you know it's done. Oh, so good. So good. So, I'm going to try to put the recipe as best as I can. I mean, if you have to, try to wash it a couple of times just so you can see it's... I'm just throwing stuff in there. I really don't have exact measurements for a lot of it. A lot of my recipes, if you come to find out, it's all up to your taste, your taste buds, however you might want to try it. You can take away things if you're allergic to whatever, if you don't like it, or you can add whatever you want to it. So it's just, it's all up to you on how you want to do it. I'll just give you my little recommendation on how to cook with, or how a decent little recipe to cook. I'm tongue-tied, I'm tired. It is, I don't know how well you can see it, it's 11:30 at night. I just finally got back to the house not that long ago from catfish, and I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat, so I'm going to mow down on this, watch me some Futurama, love on my puppy dogs, and I am going to call it a night. See y'all later. I hope this made you hungry. Give it a try. I'll put the description, or I'll put the recipe down in the description. I will see y'all later. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, please. I need some help on this stuff. I got to try to get 1,000 subscribers here real quick, and I could possibly be up for a sponsorship with a couple fishing companies. So I need all the help I could get. I do want to make a good go of this, or a good go of the whole YouTube scene. So help me out. Hopefully I'll be able to do giveaways or bring some people out, have them kind of do some stuff, let them do whatever they want to do. We go out and fish or whatever. But I'm hungry. I'm getting on this. This tastes so damn good. Later.